Is it a deal breaker? Final question. Is it a deal breaker if she can only come if there is a if there's Holocaust footage on in the background?
No.
What? What?
That's not a deal breaker. I have questions. But those questions will be asked as we're walking back to the place. If she's hot enough. Yeah. I don't know. If she's German.
We're talking choo-choo trains pulling up, people getting out.
No, I assume what you're saying. I assume. What I was picturing was where I was assuming it was where they were like wheelbarrowing and dump trucking a bunch of just naked bodies into a hole. But I don't have to watch it.
Get ready to be the best dressed guy at the barbecue this summer with True Classics. They got super soft t-shirts, sweat wickening activewear, and a button down, great for the gym or happy hour. I'm telling you right now, True Classics isn't just t-shirts anymore, buddy. I brag about the t-shirts all the time, but they got jeans. They got all kinds of stuff, polo shirts, button-ups, chinos. I want some chinos, by the way. True Classics, send me some chinos so you can stock up on your wardrobe essentials this summer right now. I have this True Classics, my jeans, True Classics. It is the most comfortable clothing I've ever had. And I'm not saying this, I lost 150 pounds. But the thing is with these t-shirts, they fit up top. They don't shrink. They stay the same size. The hoodies are, it's such a great hoodie. The jeans are stretchy. They fit awesome. I'm telling you, you have to go and get True Classics. If you want to feel comfortable this summer, if you want to feel comfortable any season, go right now and get True Classics. For a limited time only, snag their buy more, save more deal when you shop with my exclusive link, trueclassics.com/dude. Try it out on me. You're helping the podcast by supporting the sponsor, but you're helping yourself out more because these shirts and pants and wardrobes, all this stuff is the best stuff I've ever worn. Designed to accentuate your best features, your shoulders, your chest. True Classic shirts are tailored for a perfect fit. Snug in the arms and chest with just the right amount of room in the midsection. The best part is that True Classic sells premium products at an affordable price. Get their t-shirts, hoodies, jeans in 3 to 6 and 9 packs. So if you're ready to upgrade your closet, shop now with my exclusive link at trueclassics.com/dude. Discover the perfect blend of summer vibes and timeless elegance with True Classics. Shop now and elevate your summer wardrobe with ease. trueclassics.com/dude. Yeah, baby, we're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude, live. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
YKWD.
I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started, before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules.
Shut up, you're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. What's up, everybody? It's Robert Kelly, YKWD. You know what, dude? Podcast live at the Comedy Cellar podcast studios above the world-famous Comedy Cellar. We're in the new studio. It's popping. We got 4...
It's beautiful.
We have... Fuck it, dude. We're here. If you guys are watching this...
Oh, you tell them about the cameras.
Dude, if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor. Hit subscribe, like, comment. And if you want to be part of the chat, watch it live, get it first, ask questions, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. I'm here right now with, one of the funniest guys on the planet, one of the fastest comics out there, and one of the nicest, sweetest human beings I've had in my life. And we've been friends for years. BigJayOakerson.
Yeah, buddy.
That was a good one.
That was a great one.
That was a great intro.
That was so good. And I love you so much. And I don't like what happened back there. And I want you, your tech Bobby,
Yes.
Tell the people about your
We have
cameras.
a lot of cameras.
You spent money on these some
No,
bitches.
I did not. Gnome did.
Gnome spent money on these
He
some
spent a
bitches.
lot of money.
Oh man.
And we
You really found your Jew, dude. You found your Jew. Hey, Jew, I have an idea. I mean, Gnome, I have an idea.
You're my Jew too.
I am your Jew also.
You're my Jew.
I'm over Jew ideas, not bottomless Jew money.
This show is not getting monetized on YouTube. I want you to end it all for me, Jay.
Just
tonight.
wipe it out.
Tell them the song you wrote about the,
Oh yeah, it's a 32-page poem, but every line ends in the N word.
Yes, tell them
Now,
about that.
Patreon, screen record. Patreon, be sure to screen record. I love that. That's the picture behind you
Of
Skankfest stage dive.
yeah, Skankfest.
That was so cool.
It's fucked up because you're part of two major podcasts. I mean, Skankfest, radio show Bonfire, but you're two major shows. Skankfest would be enough for anybody. But you started
Legion of Skanks.
you
Yeah.
started Legion of Skanks first, and then you went into Bonfire with Dan.
Yeah.
Did you know what Bonfire was going to become?
I knew.
Jay?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to become Legion of Skanks because the nature of the show is different. I thought this was kind of a neat thing that just happened very organically, and it's with the 3 shows that I've done for the longest, which is a SDR show, Bonfire, and Skanks.
Don't mention that show.
Is that
The show's coming out after.
after? Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
doesn't matter.
No, I'm kidding.
It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
SDR. It doesn't matter.
But those 3 shows, and so and you know that I'm such like a Stern disciple.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, 12 years old, listening to Stern, and each show, in a weird way, like took the position of like one element of what I liked about the Stern show. So where it was like SDR show was already like porn stars coming and doing crazy events, squirt Olympics, and
Right. Yeah.
all kinds of what's this in my pussy?
That's the name of this. Name the podcast. What's this in my?
What's
pussy?
this in my pussy?
Yeah. Mark that. Name it. Demonetized.
What's this in
End
my
this
pussy?
fucking show.
What is this in my pussy? But so it's like that Howard Stern, the crazy.
That'd be a great game.
Oh
Game-
yeah.
If you did they ever do that on Stern? No.
What's this in my pussy?
Yeah. No.
I don't think so.
Dude, that's a great one.
I don't think I went that far.
We should do that on Bonfire
Me and my
with
we should.
Christine.
We should, yeah.
If
But you
she
have
guess-
but you have to feed her. She can read my eyes.
But if she guesses right, she wins it.
First of all, putting something in a girl's pussy, feeding her is so shitty sounding. I'm gonna go home and feed her.
She have to do it while she's asleep,
What a
and she has to
feeding.
hold it in all the way through the show.
The feeding she'll begin.
She's like, it's big.
But so SDR show was kind of like that over the top, the porn stars,
Yeah.
the sex games, the dirty stuff.
Yeah.
And then Legion of Skanks was like sort of like the over the he'd get in trouble for the going over the top too far, saying the stuff. You know what I mean? Just going for it with every awful subject, making light of it and just trying to like find the funny in awful shit. And then the third element of Stern that I always loved in the Bonfire was the camaraderie of the crew. You're just going to be in the day-to-day. And because we can do that on a daily show like we have, having 4 shows a week, 5 if you consider the best of, where people just get invested in like how much, like Lou never dreamed that when he went somewhere else in the country and someone saw him, that they'd be like, dude, just saw Pearl Jam and like knows all his things. You know what I mean? Fuck that chick or fuck that guy or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's interesting they know that. So it's like, so it's weird that I kind of just organically started 3 shows that were all like instead of making it all one thing.
Yeah.
A show. Also, because Stern did a 4-hour show forever, and even still, it's a 3 at least.
Yeah.
We have an hour and 45-minute show. When it started Bonfire, it was an hour, I think, and then it became a 2-hour show. But like, it's still an hour and 45 of talking, So it's like
Goes
every
by
day
fast.
it goes by really fast.
It's the fastest show that I do.
It
like,
zips by,
It zips by.
And we do, and there's a day, like you think we'd be blown out by like doing the Tuesday, breaking the fourth wall. Tuesdays, everyone knows we do the pre-record for Thursday first,
Yeah.
and then we do the live show afterwards. And we've never had like a by the time we get to the live show, where we're like, it's usually more like having to wait to not talk about something for the live show.
Yeah.
Is the difficulty, but like there's no win. It's so fast, and it is because there's, me and you are the captains, but like it's a 6-person ship. You know what I mean? And every
I was describing it to somebody like it's a sitcom. It's like Cheers. It's like everybody has their role. Jacob has his role. Black Lou, Christine, Lou. It's like everybody's part of the show, even though me and you are talking the majority of the time. At any point, it goes to one of them.
Yeah, we're conducting it.
Yeah.
And that's what's great, yeah. So I kind of thought that was neat that I said, like, and I love that they all did sort of just become that.
And we all kind of get it. But it's never, like I remember on Opie.
And weirdly enough, just to put a cap on that, the only one I've aged out of is SDR show, the porn star one. Yeah. Which is what Howard Stern doesn't do anymore. Yeah. Like, as much as he got older, he stopped doing like the porn thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that like the skank thing, back when you guys started that, I remember you guys were like, we want to come over to Riotcast. And I didn't want you guys. I was like, you guys need to do your own fucking thing. I was like, you guys got it. Why are you going to come over here?
And poison your brand.
Not even that. It was like
Well, you wouldn't have known at that time I was going to. I mean, like, if we asked you to come on board 3 years into doing it, I could see you also being like,
It's not even that. I love that you guys, here's what you guys were doing. There was a huge vacuum when O&A fell apart.
Sure.
And I felt like you guys picked up the ball. I think Anthony tried to, but he did a version of it.
Sure.
Jim and Sam
Genuine
tried
racism. He goes, let's try kicking this up a notch out of the funzy zone.
Let's really hate the blacks and the Jews.
You know what? I've been saying it funny all the time. If I just change my tone a little bit, I could start a fucking revolution.
If I just get a cooler backdrop like news?
Yeah. He goes, what's she dating a black guy? To, what, is she dating a black guy? Okay. I like how that's rolling off the tongue.
Well, I feel like you guys picked up that ball and then some, because it was like Stern kind of started changing the interviews. Opie and Anthony was that big thing. It was, dude, I just saw a
video.
Also
had it was lawless though.
Well, you guys didn't care.
Yeah, we were putting it out on like Facebook.
You guys were being funny to be funny. You were just doing your thing. And I remember I was like, dude, go do it. You guys don't need anybody. Go do what the fuck, whatever that is, because you guys were 3 different guys.
So then we went with Kumia Network.
Well, you left them quick though.
We did a year.
You left them
quick.
We did
a year and then filled up. Well, you know what it is? It's funny to be on a controversial network. And I think Anthony's fantastic, by the way. I think he's one of the funniest motherfuckers ever. Yeah. And so I was so excited to go over there. But it's a controversial network, and we bring our own, we're our own shit.
Yeah.
We have our own. So it was more like, I can't answer for everyone's shit around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you guys made this joke about, domestic abuse. And Gavin McGinnis started the Proud Boys. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what that is.
Well, they're more politically. You guys are always fucking around. You guys are always coming from a funny place.
Oh, yeah. That was said one of the wisest things. Lewis has a couple of doozies that have been, I think about in life often.
What?
For a guy that I make fun of so much for being screwy. How much he's just had a few and it was when I called him after the Rogan N-word Megamix came out, and not even just like necessarily but whatever the version of that would be for Legion of Skank.
Is that the official name of it?
That's what I called it.
The Rogan N-word Megamix.
Yeah, and by the way,
if I was to Google it,
it's one of the few times where saying N-word is better. Joe Rogan's N-word Megamix. It sounds like that's like a 12-inch remix. But when that came out, I remember calling Lewis and Dave that day and being like, dude, like, what are we going to do? Because that is, like, if we get to any kind of level, I mean, it could happen at this level, but, like, if someone finds it or who's looking for that kind of shit, but if we get, like, more popular even, which hopefully we do, that is going to happen for us.
Yeah.
At some point. They're going to give us whatever our version of that is. And I go... And Lewis goes, yeah, it's pretty easy to respond. Not that he's even saying something wouldn't happen to us.
Fuck those N-words.
But he's just...
what he said?
No, he's not saying that something wouldn't happen to us necessarily, but he goes, but the response simply is like, we're kidding. Yeah. And when he said it, it was so like wise in its simplicity. I was like, yeah, you're right. Like I would never be like, yeah, go watch the full piece of everything you're showing a clip of there. And I promise you there's nothing where it's like,
right.
You walk away, it's like, this guy thinks black people should be slaves. Like, there's no there's just nothing like that. So he's right. I wouldn't even worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, you're pulling something from like humor.
Yeah, but
So it's
the
like-
fact that you guys never gave a shit either, which was great. You guys never
There's a cost to it.
But you guys, here's the thing: there is a cost to it, but there's a point where you can overcome that cost, where fans take you up and over that. And I feel like with Skankfest, with Legion of Skanks, the fans have picked you up and put you above the bullshit.
Absolutely.
Right? Where this is your base. Yeah, you're not going to do... Lewis is never going to do the Tonight Show.
Right.
Even though I tried to get him on a couple weeks ago. It's not happening.
It didn't happen?
But...
He goes, dude, can you pull out a tight, clean 5?
But, I mean,
Well,
you guys...
there's something about Lewis and myself that we share.
Yeah.
I think all comics actually
Weird
do.
dicks?
There's some weird-looking dicks.
Yeah, yours is red and his is tricolor like Italian ice cream.
Our gauge is off.
You're gay?
Our gay
Is off?
No, our gauge is off, and yours is too. I said most comics.
What?
It is. No, but I mean, like, I'm just the kind of humor that I always liked and was drawn to. And you were always a pretty dirty comic, but you went outside of that. You did silly, your physical more. You know what I mean? You did stuff that was like kind of outside of that. My stuff was always so in that world that my mind's like, for lack of a better word, like perverted to the idea that like I even see last night when we had Are You Garbage on Legion of Skanks. Great idea. And those guys are great, hilarious, great dudes, wildly successful podcast. And then when I'm almost like, you know, in those moments of like, envy is the wrong word because I'm thrilled for all of our friends' success, but you're kind of like, but what am I not doing that's like making the thing? It's not what I'm not doing. It's what I've done.
Right.
And they don't share that history. So where I'm perverted to the idea is when we're on Skanks, I would be like, oh, of course, Are You Garbage guys? Like, I'm not going to say the N-word like to these guys. You know what I mean? Like in front of these guys, I'm not going to put them in a position where they feel like they have to go, hey, can you edit that out? Because like we're laughing at it or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's still even something I think I at one point said something. I was like, it just made sense, like maybe for the rhyme or whatever, but to say the word fag. I don't even remember what it was, but I just remember the word coming out of my mouth and looking over. Yeah, but
Ugly bag.
yeah.
What was the rhyme?
Don't remember. I would say it might not even been a rhyme. It might have just been somebody said it was fun. Whatever it was funny enough that I was like, oh, I don't even think about it, but I'm like, I'm saying it because I think it's funny. It's not like it's not fucking with anybody. And when I did, I remember looking over like a couple seconds later, and like Foley and Ryan, poor guys, were like this, like their hands in their head. And I was like, and I almost felt like an immediate thing. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I don't know because like I know like it would resonate with me again. Like I wouldn't be saying the N-word and hate either, but like when I say it, it's just like such a deal that when you say it, it rings. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's just some words though that I still just go like, well, no, I'm just kidding. Like, you know, it's like when I think back to my stand-up years ago that would work. I'm like, these jokes now, people would just instinctually, oh, whoa, he's saying this thing. And it's like, there's like stories I've stopped telling because people are going to go, that's a fucking crazy fucked up thing you did. And you're like, you know, I was saying we were young and like,
right.
I can't, okay. Like that never happened then, I guess.
I miss like that word fag. I've never called the gay guy fag. I think Rogan has a great bit on that. He goes, I've never said fag to a gay person. I only text it to my friend when it's his birthday.
Well, there's almost
like,
what's really funny is you're right. Unless you're in some kind of vicious anger where you're going at somebody in some sort of a fight that's gay and you ring it out like that, it's used on exclusively in my life, I'd say, not gay people.
No.
But the funny enough thing is, when you're saying it to somebody, though, you're calling them gay. Like, you don't say it to gay people, but you're using but again, it's almost like a comedy thing. Yeah. You're picking the funniest word to say in that moment.
Funny word.
It's
dude.
funnier than gay guy.
Gay guy, you can't call you, dude, you're gay. Dude, fag. It's such
Plus, Shane's taking gay now. Everything.
Oh, he's gay.
No, he has the gay. Like if it's gay,
yeah.
Now you're doing Shane. So we got to bring back fag.
Fag is awesome.
Shane, you keep that gay. I'll raise you fag.
But you got the Bonfire. We've been doing it for over a year now.
Yeah.
And
it's wild how fast that went.
It went by fast. I mean, dude,
That means it's been great, but it's also let you know like, the time flying of it just age again. like oh my god.
yeah, it's a weird. I mean, I think
48.
me and you together, like I was very nervous at the beginning, like what the fuck is this going to be like? Because we see each other, we're around each other. I do your show, you do my show. We never did a show together, so it was like, how is this going to be? Okay, it's going to be, cool for a couple months, just like exciting. How is it going to be 6 months in? How is it going to be, 8 months, a year in? Are we still going to be? Am I going to be showing up to work like, hey, what's up, dude? I got to go to work. I don't ever feel that way. Like I leave I'm like, I got to go. I'll see you later. I just drive in. I'm driving in from Westchester.
Yeah.
Never feel like, fuck.
Well, the job is you get to go laugh with your buddy for 2 hours,
dude,
and try to make each other laugh. It's stupid they pay us for it. Yeah, but it's no. Well, it's funny. I know because you were jumping into the show, which is also like a big ask and like a show that was pretty defined already.
Yeah,
but like I didn't have a concern. I know it made sense to you, did, especially it's a new thing, and also when people come, like the shit eating is going to be you and Dan. Do you know what I mean? More than me.
no. Well, Dan.
So I was like, no, he did for sure.
well, not. I mean, yeah.
People were flat out mad. People were just kind of like booing you. They were mad at that. They weren't mad at you.
Right.
It was just people being like, "This is different." But we had happened to spend.
Yeah. But it's funny because like, wait a minute, you took a guy out of a show and put a new guy in, and it's different. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's
You're
different.
the light-skinned Aunt Viv.
It is different.
Dan was too dark for our demo. Dan was too dark-skinned for our demographic. We need a light-skinned Aunt Viv. No, me and you had happened before. Like Dan told me a while before I spoke to you that he was done after this contract. He
Did that
wanted to
fuck
go
you
try to
up?
do some other things.
Did that hurt?
Yeah, sure. It did only because he did, and he always kind of made it known. But he worked in radio a long time. He just
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but that was so sincere. You went, yeah.
well, no, it did because I think we were like on our way to making something so uniquely like,
Yeah.
and like the way people talked about the show and everything was like great for, and it wasn't always. We did it for 8 years, so it built to like that level, and I was just like, I thought the sky was the limit with it.
Yeah.
And like it just wasn't his dream. So no, but I wasn't mad at him because I was like, no, but you don't have to have my dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, like do your thing. But within that year, me and you just circumstantially were like in a lot of things together. A couple festivals, be it Moon Tower. We did the 2 weeks, I think twice, of Nasty Show, like over the course of like a couple years.
But we also like life-wise too, where I actually evolved into a different person where I wasn't the go fuck yourself, fucking angry. I was an angry fuck you Boston guy for a long time.
Dad.
New dad. I was in a happier, better place to like when we started hanging out again. It was like we had a relationship from before, but it was a more of a
It was like mentor newer comic because I was going.
When we
out with
came
you.
back, it was more of a where
Everything
peers
evened out a bit more.
We
yes.
evened out where we could hang out, and it wasn't a.
Well, I'd been doing it for 20 plus years at that point. You were a new father, which is an experience I'd gone through already.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was such an evening, and and as I'm saying, like, because I don't know if it would have crossed my mind 5 years before necessarily, other than when we were at that last time we were at Montreal. I just like we did a couple podcasts that week and everything, and live ones and everything. And I was like, it's the same comfort level I felt when Christine came out and said that me and Dan should start a radio show, where I was just like, we could just keep talking.
Yeah.
Like at some point we got to go, all right, man, we have to go to our rooms. Like we're just sitting outside smoking cigars and cigarettes and talking shit about everybody. And then if people walk away, they're the next ones getting shit talked about. So we just sit there. That's why I said, I talked to Christine like earlier that day. I go, I think I'm going to ask Bobby if he has any interest in doing that. Because like, so when I thought of it right away, I'm like, oh man, that was the first thing. 'Cause I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the show. I was like, I'll do it. I was kind of resigned to getting, and this is not a dig on the people. It's more just like visibility of where they were. I was like, someone going to kind of come in and be like sidekick sort of at first.
Yeah.
Not that I can develop into anything.
Right.
But like, I was looking at like Justin Silver, Mike Fenoy for that to kind of come in and be like someone I could play off of.
Yeah.
They'll be talking just as much, but you know what I'm saying? It would be like the Big J show or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And that would be like, you know, like Artie Lang was on Howard Stern. huge piece, but like it's the other. I would be making. I was like, I don't want to defer decisions either anymore.
Right.
I was like, that's the thing being in a partnership. I was like, well, I'd like to have somebody else in there, but I'll make all the decisions.
Right.
That's what I want to do. And then I was like, but I don't. If I could, I prefer to have a partner because I don't like being like the bad guy in decisions or whatever, or like the overseer by myself. Like, I like somebody telling me like, you're being unreasonable about this, or me to be able to tell somebody else like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I like the collaboration of that. And when you said when we started hanging out that week, or by the end of that run at JFL, I was like, yo, this would be the perfect idea. And I said, even when I told Lewis when we came back, I think I met Bobby. He goes, buddy, he's like, he goes, the second you said it, my ears just perked up. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
He's like, no one else could replace that situation but you.
Right.
So it's like, it's amazing that you did it, man. It's been,
well, you know,
and it's been, I mean, this has really been, so when people say, they always ask me if I miss like Dan, I go, I don't miss him on the show because the show goes on. The show is what it is now. I go, I miss like, what I said was the miss is like anything. I'm like, I used to just see Dan 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And I don't see him like that anymore. So it's like, that's just kind of thing I miss, like seeing him. So that's why Fully Loaded was fun.
Yeah.
Good to hang. I won't see Dan now for probably a few weeks, if not a month or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I see him again. But no, like the show, man, like I feel the same thing. I come into work every day and it's not like, here we got to go. I mean, like, any one of those Mondays where I was coming back from that Fully Loaded tour, we usually don't travel on Mondays. I was coming home. I could have said to you, like, hey, man, I'm sorry. Can you please get a guest host? But I'm like, you know, I'm out in bumfuck, whereverville, America on this tour bus going, like, is the flight, like, I have to make sure I get to I know everybody else can move their flights. I can't move my flight. I got to get back because I'm like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be back for it.
Well, it's funny. We have a certain amount of vacation. I was telling Christine that today. We have like 5 weeks and we never take vacations. It's like we take a couple weeks here and there, but I don't feel
the most ever.
I don't feel the let me take a day off or whatever. But here's the thing that I'm learning too is that number one, the show is what it is. I know there's people like fucking blah, blah, and I get it. I think
it's died.
I get it. You know, because I've been through it with Opie and Anthony. I've been through it with a couple things where it's like, what the fuck. I get it, and I don't.
The numbers though, just so you know, like for the numbers, like there just has to be just by the growth of the thing that they have.
Yeah.
Sirius XM, like there's 100,000 people listening or more that didn't know the show is over a year old.
Yeah, it's a new show. It's theirs. This is the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the beauty of it. And I said, as fast as those 8 years went before you got there, if the next 8 go as fast, I mean, like it'll just be.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say is that, like, you guys have been doing a radio show. Like, podcasting is different. Mm-hmm. A radio show for 8 years. I'm learning how to. I've done radio. But I've gone in for 20 minutes or Opie and Anthony for a couple hours, a couple times a month or whatever. But doing a radio show every, 4 days a week, a couple hours, even if it's a couple hours, I'm learning so much about radio, because you're so good at, and I don't mean to jerk your dick.
Please.
If you want me to. I don't know if I can get through those jorts.
I mean, they are 38, so they're the smallest jorts I've ever worn.
You look good, man. But it's like I'm learning how to, do radio. It's like me and you are kind of getting a shorthand. I know when you're doing this over to Lou or Jacob or, and there's real moments on that show where people get pissed off and you kind of stay in it. You don't jump out of it. We're on, certain other things. You'd be like, are you all right? We're just in it. Well, I get it. No. You get it. We all get it. And I'm learning so much from watching your 8 years of experience doing that show.
Oh, there's big thing on, like I said, and that's just all it is.
Done jerking you.
But it really is like the Stern stuff. Ultimately, I'm like, dude, get it on that. Also, I do share that feeling with him. Also, that like, I'm more likely to do it genuinely, and I mean this like the right way on the air. Because I'm non-confrontational. You're not. But on the air,
you're the worst.
Yeah, but
you're one of the worst people, confrontation-wise.
Horrific. We
had to do. I'm not gonna say what it was. Mm-hmm. We had a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
I literally made the decision, and you unmade.
I ran in my room and I went under a blanket.
And I'm like, I'll just take care of it. And you're like, and I'm like, I am fine with being confrontational.
No, you're great at it, and I'm bad at it. But so why it's good on the show
Yeah.
is what'll end up happening from time to time. Be it whoever. I mean, it happens with me and Christine. We're a couple. We bring that to the show. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, which is like I said, I've seen like in comments and stuff before. It's like, man, you guys need to go to couples counseling or whatever. And you're just like, I don't know, man. We're fine. It's like you're seeing like a radio show. Not that it's not real.
Yeah.
It is real. I've never faked the thing. But the idea is I probably would discuss it differently with Jacob outside if he did what he did on inside. But the reality is the inside on the show is actually the right way to handle it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't say the things where it's like, I always want to take like the eat the shit, you know what I mean? So the time where I'd be like, okay, I guess you're my boss. But on the air, I have much more of like actually, I'm the boss here, I think. And you got to, you know what I mean? Like, so it's because there's a bit of a character is the wrong word, you know what I mean? But you can like, you're still performing. You're performing.
It's a
still.
show. We're trying.
I would never act angry if I'm not. No. But I'm just saying, like, when I'm angry, I'm like, no, we got to do this right now because when the show's over, we're just going to be two. And which, by the way, what we did, we fought on the air for three show days in a row that spanned over 2 weeks. We just, when the break, Jacob leaves, or when the show is over, I'd be like, bye, everybody. I get the fuck out. I'm like, I don't want to have a weird, like, nobody wants it, but on the air. But then right away we can go back on the air and I'll be like, well, it isn't simple. Like the thing that made him angry from the get-go. It isn't simple, Jacob.
And then 3 transsexuals really bitched us out. And if you look at the honest progression of
they don't even
that
shoot
bit,
big loads.
if you look at
we looked.
If you look at the honest progression of that whole scenario, we did the thing with him. We confronted him. We made a bit about it. Simple Jake and the boys. We made 2, and it went on. He got mad, blah, blah, blah. It went on for 3 days, and then all of a sudden we had the 3 transsexuals come on that bitched us out, and Jacob was the happiest ever, and the show was back on track. Everybody's happy, and that's the natural progression of almost like a family.
Can I say something, though? Again, can I jack you off a little bit now?
Yeah, jack me off.
This is where your expertise is. You are good 3 steps ahead in your mind, guy. That I'm not. I'm very like right now, and that 3 steps ahead came in a big. Absolutely, I know that like when it became like not right away. Right away, you're doing the instinctual thing. Like, I'm gonna take the fan and fan her.
Right.
Being like this, the joke being that you're simping for this thing. Yeah. Even Jacob's thing, we called Jacob a simp for something, and he was hating it. And then we just realized, like, Jacob, you call me one when I do something. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Like, it's a weird thing to get upset about. But if you didn't get upset, then that's not the show either. So it's like it is. I like it. I said it's great. You got to think of these. You know, said Fred walked off Howard Stern 7 times in his career. Walked away, packed his bag on the show, and said, "Fuck you."
You told Jacob. You said, "We'll put you in glass.
I'll put you in another room."
What you gonna do? We'll put you in glass.
I'm gonna put
Bobby's son Max the other day said I was a simp for Judge Judy. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
He is?
Max called Danny a simp for
Judge Judy. Yeah, you like Judge Judy like that?
I'll tell you what, I can't let Max. He loves the Bonfire, but Don is like, you can't.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he loves it.
He will think you're the coolest though when he can.
Dude, he fucking
We're
loves.
So cool. We talked to AJ Soprano today, and by the way, that's another thing fun. I'm having fun doing with you too, because I've never, and I feel like honestly, in this year has been probably the most we've started getting. Like they're really getting us like some guests.
Yeah.
Out of our wheelhouse a little bit, even if they're popping in for a little bit. Like, you know, Conan was supposed to stay for 15. He ended up staying for 40. Like, because he asked to stay. Yeah. We were sending him out, remember? And he was like, what do I have to go?
We were,
like, I have nowhere
we
to
were
be.
literally like, Jacob, go get us Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow.
Go get us people.
You saved Barry Manilow. He was going to walk right out, and I was going to watch it happen. But we had Robert Eiler in today from Soprano, AJ Soprano, and like I was stranger to both of us. Yeah. Neither of us met him before.
Yeah.
And like I was proud of like when we get done with that thing, I'm like, that was a good hour of show. And like we kept it moving. He liked us. We liked him. We were able to ask him like some funny shit.
And we brought up we kept the show integrity, but we brought up the trans people that cucked us, and he jumped in on it. And
well, you know, it's the long game of the blunt force trauma versus the thing, and that's what I said Stern did have that I just lack, and you can't force something on your personality. I'm not. We were saying it beforehand. I'm like, he brought up drugs and stuff, and getting the drugs, but I was like, I don't want to bring up drugs. But if we get him on the show and we make him have a good time and laugh, and we do this show for 25 more years, he's on 17 times.
Yep.
Because he likes the show. By the Nikki, we had Nikki Dinky on today. We called someone who we have on our show who's a celebrity
You're
chef.
the best, yeah.
But we've had her on a bunch.
Yeah.
So you could talk to her now like you're talking to a friend
Yep.
and make the jokes that and ask her questions that she might not answer, but she would just go, I'm not answering that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? She doesn't get mad at us. And like, so I like that, the finesse of that, where it's like, this was good. We didn't get to like nitty gritty stuff with him, but I'm like, it was fun, funny. And then we have him back by the third time and he comes in and calling us Bob and Jay. Do you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like, then you start going, it's like, dude, hottest chick you ever fucked off the Soprano.
Right.
I'm just not a do that out of the gates guy because I'm like, the value of the guy going like, I don't know, dude, you're kind of a dick is like, no, I'm not. I'm just trying to be a sassy radio guy. You know what I mean? I'm forcing it then.
Yeah, the only thing we have to work on is when, like a transgendered women just bitch us out. Well, we say, hey, shut the fuck up.
Wait, will this get us canceled? Where's my camera, Danny? Is it over here?
You're looking at it right now.
Give me a tight. No trans allowed on the Bonfire.
No.
Is that-
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
I said I collaborating. Bob.
One.
What would your note be?
We
on
can
that?
have 1 to 2.
1 to 2. How
But
about this?
only one can be the drama mama.
Can we make it a size thing? Can we make it? We could have 11 inches of trans dick in the room. You break that up however you want.
Yeah, that's good.
We could have one
Yeah.
11-inch
We
like
can't
me,
just,
Isabella,
yes.
or we could have a 6 and a
6 and a 5.
Yeah.
6 and a 5. Yeah. We had
but-
too much dick.
It's too much dick.
Too
in that
much
room.
big dick energy.
And me and Bobby's little boy pussies got fucking hammered.
Dude, I felt so fucking weird that I didn't.
I felt bullied. It's why I eventually said, when that clip that came out was so great. But it is me at the end of everything. I go, well, me, if you want to, you know what, guys, we're not going to be able to have 3 conversations. I really became a principal of a school because I'm like, this is crazy. No one's seeing it.
I was seeing it.
Oh,
I was
no,
seeing
know.
it. And
Dude, mind your faces in that clip. So I love having Paco film that stuff. And that's why I said just some of just the regular stuff. Because one of them, I do such like it might not even look like a tick, but it is. When I go, me, I said, what did they cut us off constantly? For those who don't know, they cut us off
yeah,
constantly.
it's on Sirius XM. Get the subscribe.
Or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, or listen to podcasts.
This part is probably going to be on the podcast. But one of them, I'm like, you see my hand motions? I go, they kept interrupting. I go, Mia, we have to, no, but about your show. And I went, see, and it looks like I'm just scratching my back, but I remember the moment I'm going like, I'm doing like the back of my neck massage, like, yo, dude, like, we've lost control. This is crazy. And I go, it's it. And I'm so insecure too that I'm like, we're not good at radio. So I'm going in my mind. I'm like, Howard Stern would control this with some kind of even like, ladies, you can't he would have gotten that early, nipped it in the bud. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here going, hey, do we?
Dude,
It's our show. Our names are on the thing.
dude, I was holding her hand, fanning her. I would rather be you than me. I'm a grown man. I have a son. I was in jail. I'm from Boston. I turned into a fucking Greek massage boy.
Oh, dude, if you can go back in time and see yourself in jail and be like, hey, buddy, don't worry. It gets way gayer than this.
It was so
Hey, you think life's weird now? How about when you find yourself attracted to a man with a baby bird?
Well, the funny part, you couldn't see Jacob, though, because we were calling him a simp for 3 days. He was behind you, looking at me and looking at you with that Jacob Glee smile that we were just being bitched out
A
on our
producer
own
who
show.
was just happy with his job would have found a way to get the show back on track. He wanted us to fail. And that's what I appreciate. I appreciate about Jacob. You know, dude? Smile back and let us eat our shit because that's the nature of the show. That's what I almost want them to understand when they do get upset about things. But if they're not getting upset, again, what's the show?
Right.
But when they do get upset, you just got to understand the thing. It's like, buddy, everything we point fingers on in comedy,
Right.
you do also. Like, you
Right.
do the thing. So whatever I'm calling you a simp or whatever, when I come in because some fan sent me a video of her dildoing her asshole and goes, I'm actually a pretty like well-known musician locally here. I'm not saying I'm above one day going like, I told this girl she wrote a song about Bonfire that I played on the thing. Like, why? Did she send you a picture of her asshole? Yes. So yes, she did. So I got to play it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like we are all guilty of doing the thing. It's just Jacob getting so upset. But I said if he just goes, Okay, yeah, I'm a simp. Where's the show?
Dude, I remember the time when we called you out. I called you out on you don't know how to apologize. You won't say sorry. And you were like, I do. And you couldn't. It was like fucking, you were like, I'm
Fonzie.
sorry. And it was like, okay, I'm sorry. I mean,
He goes, "Oh, Bobby, I said I'm sorry.
you're not. You're just not.
No, if I say that, I mean it, dude. I'm so sorry."
You're the worst. You're the worst sorrier ever in the fucking planet Earth. You don't like saying sorry.
I know, it's why it's better just to say we're kidding if we ever get called out for an N-word mega mix, because I'm gonna go. You're not gonna believe my sorry. Are you sorry? Yeah. You said the N-word like 100 times on a podcast. Yeah, sorry. It wasn't all the same podcast. It was like over many episodes.
Dude, I feel like right now, though, you're at the top of your game. I feel like comedy-wise, you figured out your thing. You figured out how you do shows. Because I've done shows with you in the last couple of years, too. We've been on a bunch of things. And I go out and do my thing, and you'll go out and just do what you do. You don't change it up. You found your, I guess, tempo, whatever fucking queer term it
I
is.
think it kind of is the thing.
Yeah, your tempo. When you go out there, yeah, you do your thing, and you're fucking funny as shit. Like, I love when I can go on a show with other comics, and I don't have to worry about how they're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, fuck. Like, I don't have to worry. It's like, go up. Like, Ari doesn't, when we all three went on the road, it's like nobody's worried about where you go.
That's what I'm saying. Say wherever.
Yeah, let's just go. We're here to have fun. We're all funny. We know it. Fuck everybody. Let's just go. I love
we
that.
said we did 3 shows, and we were like, everybody open one, everybody middle one, everybody close one.
Yeah.
Fine.
But speaking of Ari, I haven't seen him. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's like, he comes home for 8 seconds, and he's like, you know what, dude? I think I want to go take trapeze lessons in Lima. And then he just goes. He's like, me and the dog, and maybe my girlfriend are going.
Yeah, he puts a fucking like a handkerchief on this dog's neck and takes off.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't understand. Like,
Snowbows the world.
I don't know if we're friends anymore.
No, you're friends, of course. He understands. Listen. Ari chose.
You want to do another bump before we
It's
go
a-
on?
Yeah.
You want another bump? Hey guys,
Yeah.
can we get him a bump real quick? Just a bump of cocaine if you got it.
Just a little something. Just
Yeah.
take the edge off.
What do you need, dude? Yeah, a little bump of cocaine. We got you. Hey, we'll cut it.
Why am I sniffy?
We'll cut
Am
it
I
right
super
here.
Sniffy?
We'll cut it right here. Okay, we're back.
Terrible
We're back.
allergies.
You good?
I have bad allergies.
You good?
I'm good. I'm
Great.
good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
Ari-
do cocaine.
I
I did mushrooms this week though. It was so fun.
know. I mean,
Ari is no, but you know what's funny? It's an interesting thing watching. I'm 40. I'm gonna be 48 this year. You're 53. 53, right?
50.
2.
Fuck, dude. 53.
53.
53.
So you're 53, and I said just seeing, like Kurt Metzger, the people I started with, everyone's like, late 40s, a little older than me or a little younger than me, are friends. Even my friends who were like the young guys I hung out with, like my young guys I'd bring around, the Lewis and Daves and stuff, were 40-year-old men with their.
Fucking crazy.
But it's the relationship versus non-relationship friends. It's an interesting world, man. And then also the relationship without family. Like Ari's in a relationship,
No family.
long time now, but like no real holding in place to do anything.
Yep.
Then there's the people who who are just single, no kids, where it's like you get to the point where you're like, I guess I'm not gonna have kids. You know what I mean? I Soder, I assume. You know what I mean? It's like a person like that. He's like in his 40s now, so it's like he probably was. So it's an interesting thing where like that dynamic of that road leads you.
I didn't want kids.
You
at
have
30
to be happy with it because
I didn't want kids at 39, Jay. Me and Dawn, when I was 39, 38, 39, we literally we were like, we don't want kids. Fuck kids. Let's just roll with this.
I do
And
love
then
cream pies though.
At 40, I think it was 40, I went to her. I was like, do you want kids? She was like, I think I do. Like, it changed in 2 years. Like, our whole thing was like, I think I do. And then we tried for 2 years. One of them shot out of her twat in a toilet bowl. Gemma. She would have been a
Nice.
sweet girl.
Sure.
Got it from Sons Anarchy.
Nice.
Yeah, she would have been great. And Max made it out of her vag.
Oh.
And it was great. But yeah, dude, so when Dan says when guys say I don't want kids, I'm like,
Well, it's more the girl, I guess, but also
she's younger than Dan.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Dan would be the best dad ever.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. I think any of my
Mediocre husband,
friends,
good fucking dad.
any of the friends I have, for the most part, I think that I would consider would get in that world at all would be a good dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Justin and some guy can definitely adopt. I think they'd be good to a kid. You ever see him with dogs? He's probably gonna be great with kids. Feed him fucking crackers out of his mouth. Get over here, Justin Jr.
I mean, there's nobody. I love Justin so much.
Me
dude.
too.
But there's just nobody that has done so much. Like when I believe in, like, people believe in conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
I feel like Justin falls into that realm with me because it's like
He's a human conspiracy.
he's gotta have done gay stuff.
Something.
There's no way.
I know.
Look, dude, I've come close,
When
and I'm married with a child.
We should when he's sleeping one time, we should knock him out, and we should scrape out his asshole and see if there's other guys' dick meat cells.
DNA from other dudes.
There's other dick skin cells in here.
Did he
So.
do like a lie detector test?
Yeah,
And he
about being
passed,
gay.
right?
Well, we worded it real interesting. Real interesting. It asked if he was, because the joke was that Tim Butterly, our friend, Tim Butterly, hilarious Tim Butterly,
He's awesome.
didn't fully get Justin's thing. If you know Justin, you know Justin. He texts a bunch of gay shit. But also, I don't want to make that just sound like Justin. That's kind of there's like a wing of the friends, DeRosa, Justin, people like that that'll talk and make that kind of joke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
Soder can understand that joke. Some people don't get that joke. I don't think Butterly got it at
Right.
first, that Justin was sending him very gay, aggressive come-ons.
Yeah.
Butterly, not good at not giving signals that he's all on board, by the way. But but no, Butterly, so we asked Justin in the lie detector if he was in no way, or it's like, are you attracted in any way sexually to Tim Butterly? He said no.
It's not his type.
Said he was lying.
Said he was lying.
Said he was lying about that.
Yeah.
But then our mistake question, but it's good because I like, what's funny with Justin? Live in the mystery and the enigma of the whole thing. There you go. Throw that in my mega mix. My enigma mega mix. Justin. Where was I? This is the pot.
I love when you lose your place.
I know you do.
You're such a pothead, dude.
No, but it's Justin.
Justin, Megamix, Enigma, living in the enigma.
The first
living.
What was it, Danny?
You asked the first question if he's ever been attracted.
You
to
messed up the
Yes.
second, the mistake question.
Oh, the mistake question.
Leave it to an
asked was-
autistic to figure it out.
Thank you. Danny, can you roll with me everywhere, dude? You human computer.
Oh, I just freaked out. That used to be closed. We had the wing. They opened it up, and I looked, and there's fucking.
Oh.
Oh my god! It's the last thing you want to see in prison is that face.
So we asked the last question we asked him. Doesn't really answer too much, and I said, but I like living in the mystery still with Justin, because it was, can you say definitely that you are not bisexual?
What?
Can you say that you're definitely not bisexual?
Okay.
He said yes, which is,
Yeah, I'm
Whereas-
gay. I'm full gay.
and it came up true.
Yeah, because he's gay.
But the answer doesn't really tell you anything other than, so you might just be gay.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be, and we didn't ask that. But then I asked, the last question was, can you say for sure that for the rest of your life, you'll never do a sexual act with a man? And he said, yes, he can confidently say that. And it came up inconclusive.
Inclusive. Well,
Which I think is a fair question, because
yeah.
I said I wouldn't fuck a 21-year-old at all. True. They showed me a picture of 21-year-old Cash Me Outside with her fat ass.
Yeah.
It's all very hot. But they go, would you fuck her? I said no. Came up telling the truth. Then they asked if we lined up every 21-year-old girl shoulder to shoulder across the nation. Could I get to the end of that line and say for sure I wouldn't fuck any of them?
No.
And I said yes, and it said inconclusive.
Right.
Because the answer is true. It is. He's like,
if
I
you
don't know, man.
if
Like,
you
yeah,
ask
who
me, can you go through the rest of your life without doing anything gay? I'd have to. It would come up inconclusive.
Inconclusive?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what Dawn's pussy's gonna be like in 10 years. You know what I mean?
She's going to drive you to gay?
I mean a nice hot Dutch boy in fucking St. Pete.
That's not your fault. He was on holiday.
Yeah, he's got a hairless asshole.
Yeah, you've never seen the sweet shine of a penis that's been under foreskin all day?
Jay, we have some other questions for you about what you would do sexually. We don't have a lie detector, so we just have to take your word.
We
for
do
it.
have
Sure.
some questions
Yeah.
for you.
Would I do these things sexually?
Well, first of all, this is called "Is It a Deal Breaker?"
Okay.
All right, you ready to play?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you love games.
I love games.
You're a game guy. So I have these questions for you, Jay. Is it a deal breaker if she always smells like cheddar cheese?
Yeah.
Why? You don't like cheddar cheese?
Not mixed with sex. No. But I've also had, I think I told you about this before once. There was a girl that me and Christina hooked up with a few times. And even I did once by myself, even. And she was very cute, very, very attracted to this girl. And Christine didn't even have this problem with her. So, it's that pheromones thing, which is the only time I've ever experienced it, I think. She smelled to me.
What?
Nobody else. She just smelled bad to me, and I couldn't
like
get
what,
past it. It was a
salami?
deal breaker.
Like what? Gabagool?
No, like
Gnocchi?
bo, like oniony bo. But
Oh, oniony.
But she didn't smell like
She only
people
smelled to
around.
you.
She smelled to me.
Was it during COVID?
No.
Oh, okay.
Before COVID.
Because I couldn't eat pork. 'Cause it smelled like puke to me.
If a girl smelled like cheddar cheese, Joe would be 100% in.
Yeah. Joe would have her on a cheese show. He'd be the mascot. He'd kick his
thank
wife to the
God.
curb.
Get over here, you
I had a-
cheese lady.
I,
No, it goes, if she smelled like cheese whiz, that's different. Go Philly, go Birds.
fuck Philly. Dude, you and Christine's, like, your sex life, what you guys do, is so, like, I don't care about it. It doesn't bother me, but it's so taxing.
In what way?
I think I've been through so much sex in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe when you were raising a kid and doing all that stuff, you were living that what life I'm living now. Well, you come home and there's the girl, the wife, and the kid, and you go to work and you come home. Like, I couldn't imagine adding another. I can't even put up with, like, to bring a girl home, to go out and bring a chick back to the apartment and do sex and fool around and have to talk. I don't know if I'm old, but it seems so taxing.
No, it is
Or-
taxing.
Right?
But it's also the thing that it's all.
You think you're going to phase out of that and just be with Christine, or you always going to be?
I hope not.
I mean, I hope not too, because I kind of, I like the stories, but
No, I hope not. Because I mean, I guess if it goes down,
are the women just going to keep getting older?
probably.
Bring some fucking
But
hag
also,
with a
I gotta
kang
tell you-
back?
I gotta tell you too, like, on the reality of it is also like it's such a thing where, like, I mean, not known for us, but the things we always tell are funny stories, like the funny ones. There's
Right.
no like, point in telling like an awesome story. It just sounds like bragging. But me and Christine, it was funny. A lot was tied to her drinking. When she drank, before she would get problematic, which didn't always happen, by the way, she was like a partner in that regard. She was like gung ho. It was, and always much better when she was like that girl there that was like saying something to you after the show or whatever. Like, oh, she's gonna come back with us. Like, she was gangster.
Fuck.
Or like that. And it's because her inhibitions were down with
Yeah.
booze. Not that that's not in her, because it is her. That's a part of her. But like, not drinking dialed that back a lot. So what's happening a lot more in that is it's like a person who's made it very clear they want to.
They know what's going
They
on.
hook up with us.
Right.
By the time they're meeting up with us, for the most part, like it's like, oh yeah, and then I'm gonna come hang out with you guys afterwards.
Right.
And then the reality is, I mean, for the last several years, probably the last like 3 years or so, it's only one girl we hooked up with, but probably like 6-7 times or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
But
that
doesn't happen very
girl's
much.
my wife.
And that woman,
Is Dawn.
Dawn Kelly.
Yeah. I couldn't. Here's the thing, dude. I couldn't imagine going down on a girl in front of Dawn, because I know she'd just have some fucking dumb face on, or I don't know. Why don't you do that to me? What's that trick you using? I don't know, dude. It's so like crazy. Like, Patrice was the first guy in my life who started doing that with Vaughn.
Mhm.
Like, he would be like, yo, man, you and Dawn gotta start hooking up. Like, he tried to get me, Dawn, and Vaughn and other, like, he was trying to get us all to do that thing, and I was like, I just don't want to do that. I don't want Dawn to see you, and I don't want Dawn to see me. Because what if I eat her pussy way better than I eat Dawn? I don't know. It's just.
Oh, you're gonna do it with much more verve, for sure, because it's a brand new one. Without a doubt. No, what you have to have in that.
Did Patrice ever? Did Christine ever go? What the fuck, man? Like, you're so into it. Did she ever get mad?
No. What you have to have in those situations. That's why I said the only way it would work. Me and my ex like tried some experimental-y stuff before, and like I just saw pretty quick in it that I was like, oh, she's doing it like for me.
Right.
Like she thinks this is what's keeping me around, and it's like that sucks because like I don't want her doing something she's not like super into. You know what I mean? And then so like don't whatever. I knew that already by the time I'd met Christine. Christine's like attracted to girls. I don't know if she'd be like dating women, but she's like before I met her, very vocally and openly like, attracted to girls. So why that doesn't come up the problem you're saying, what you're not picturing, is that like no, I think that's sort of like the fun of it to her is because like when I'm eating this girl's pussy good, Christine's like, squatting on her face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Christine's like the idea is like jumping all in. Like, the funniest thing always about the stories that I'm scared that if Dawn will just start,
if the floodgates open and she's just full lesbo.
Just goes hardcore with
and just her and some woman's living in my house.
Can I tell you something? Even doing that kind of stuff, the sexual stuff, is probably because Christine, I don't think when we first started like hanging out and dating, I think she would have said at the time like she could have possibly dated a girl or something like that. What's funny is in bringing girls and hanging with girls like to hook up with the two of us over the years, she would never date a girl. You know what I mean? She is sexually attracted to them, but she's not like she wouldn't want to date.
Christine loves you so much.
I love her so much. She's so she was genuinely like into it. So that's why that works out. If that wasn't the case, you know what I mean? Like I've had that before. So no, we never had anything like that. When I've been on the road is the only time there's been like a thing where it's like.
Do you get permission to get side? Can you get
within
that?
reason? Yeah,
you do.
Within reason.
Oh,
she said that like on the show.
I want to see if Dawn will fucking.
She said on the Bonfire before, but
what if Dawn will give me like a little? You know what? Within reason, you can do what you want, as long as you don't kiss. As long as you don't,
The problem you run into there.
What?
And this is a problem that's like can just happen. It's that you go. Well, here's the thing. For the few times. When you start realizing there's a few times you're gonna call and be like, "Hey, blah, 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 is this okay?" That she goes, "Yeah," and someone's just like, "No, I don't really want you." And it could be, they're feeling insecure about whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was able to like figure out like sort of, like there's the thing you have to fight quick to go like, well, she's been fine with me doing the same exact thing before. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's like kind of like this that's the difficulty of saying like within reason kind of thing. You know what I mean?
She could have a mood swing and be like, no, not tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if she'd rather not know or not. You know what I mean?
I feel like with me.
But the truth be told on the thing is like my road, like pussy, like potential thing, like based on my actions.
Yeah.
Is so low.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like I said, it's funny, like a couple comics who were like single guys on Fully Loaded, even like, how do you get like laid on this tour at all? I go, I guess you can go out to the front, but I'm like, we don't even like bat that around. Like everyone, like the show's over, we go out back.
I'm done.
But it's like we go out back and like there's after show barbecue or something they're doing. So it's like, you know what I mean? So we all kind of go.
I would have to have a woman come backstage and be like, I want to suck your dick and your dick only, Bobby.
Right.
And use my full name.
But that can
Bobby
happen.
Patrick Kelly.
Robert Patrick Kelly. But that will happen.
Nah.
Listen,
I'm just putting that out there so girls know how to do it now.
Buddy, that's exactly what I said about the 21-year-old thing. Now my 21-year-old fans are going to be like, really? You didn't fuck this? And I go, I'll try, but I don't think I'm going to like it.
I got another question for you.
Sure.
All right. Is it a deal breaker? That's the name of the show.
Deal breaker.
I want a graphic. Dun dun. Skip-apple boom. Psh. Deal breaker.
Danny, do me a favor. Write down deal breaker. Put a trademark next to it. Put it in the mail. Mail it back to yourself. Hobo copyright.
Is it
You're
a
golden.
deal breaker if she measures your penis every time you have sex?
Yes. Oh my God, yes. 1,000 times yes. Who is this monster? What's sick sadistic thing? Unless she goes, I was born with a really tiny vagina. I just have to make sure you're no bigger than 6 inches. And I'll go, okay, fine.
All right. I agree with you on that. All right, here it is. Ready? Final question. Are you ready, Jay?
I'm ready.
Is it a deal breaker? Final question. Is it a deal breaker if she can only come if there is a if there's Holocaust footage on in the background?
No.
What? What?
That's not a deal breaker. I have questions. But those questions will be asked as we're walking back to the place. If she's hot enough. Yeah. I don't know. If she's German.
We're talking choo-choo trains pulling up, people getting out.
No, I assume what you're saying. I assume. What I was picturing was where I was assuming it was where they were like wheelbarrowing and dump trucking a bunch of just naked bodies into a hole. But I don't have to watch it. I fuck away from the TV. Listen, you can watch whatever you want on the TV, because I'll tell you what's going to be the soundtrack to that terrible Holocaust footage. The Deftones. Do you mind fucking with the sweet sounds of the Deftones while you watch Jews be massacred by the millions?
So, dude, you got another special coming out real soon. You're trying to find a home for it.
Trying to find a home for it.
And
yeah.
it's a crowd work special. How many crowd work specials have you done? Now, can I say something? All right. I think that you kind of invented crowd work is so big right now. And we know the top names in crowd work. Everybody knows them. Gabby Bryan, Natalie Cuomo. I mean, the top, we know who they are. We don't have to go over that.
Natalie Cuomo.
Yeah, we have, I mean, what's the guy's name? The guy downstairs looks like Wolverine.
Chicambico Supadoopsie.
Oh, you're Gianmarco?
Gianmarco. I mean, top.
Gianmarco Ceresi.
Gianmarco. I mean, the number one. I mean, country or New York, whatever you want to call it, right? But you're in that. You're in there.
Thank you.
You're at the top of that list.
Yeah.
But you.
I've been talking to these people about a package tour.
Yeah, I hope you're on it.
18 fucking trucks we need to build the stage.
Dude, you're the one who started all this crowd work stuff because you had a show on TV. You had a show on TV, crowd work. I remember doing it.
CISO.
You had on CISO back in the day.
Nice network choice.
Fucking CISO.
You know, someone's gonna go defunct before it kicks off.
Yeah, I'm on Flip Chip. Yeah, my new flow on Flip Chip.
Yeah, NBC started CISO, and then they go, nah, we're going to get rid of CISO, and we're going to relaunch Peacock. Like, oh, so my stuff's just going to go on Peacock? They go, no.
No, it's going to die with CISO.
No, it's going to sit dusty like a fucking Nicolas Cage is going to have to find it. With something on the back of a Mona Lisa picture.
Dude, but you were the first one to do it. Am I correct?
No.
I mean, who else did it before that? You had an actual show on TV, crowd work, where you did crowd work. The guys came on. You had somebody in the crowd.
Oh, yeah. I guess probably for the TV show, maybe that was the first one. Yeah, that's very possible. But I mean, like the clips and everything of crowd work have been a thing.
It was before that, though. No one did crowd work clips before that.
Because the reason I was doing it was just like,
because
it was here. I was at the Cellar 7 nights a week for so long. I couldn't get on the road headlining. I just couldn't get like
Isn't that wild?
over the ledge of like selling. It was a weird time. Attell, who I was on the road with all the time, Dave Attell, it was so funny how like he would get like not angry but like short with me on things because he would ask me for years, you know, he'd be coming back for the 4th, 5th, 6th time going, hey, you want to go with me to Virginia Beach Funny Bone or whatever? And I go, yeah, absolutely. And he's like, aren't you headlining there yet? And you're like, I call them. Like, because there was I think when Dave started more, there was a thing like there were so few comics, like we've always said before, that when you got to you could do an hour of comedy, you got an agent, you went on the road.
That's it. Yeah.
And you made shit money on the road, but you made money and you stayed on the road and you would do. And
6 shows, $1,800.
There was a switch pretty early in my career, within the first 10 years, I'd say, where it was just like developmental stage is done. like in the clubs, like you got to be selling some tickets.
Yep.
And so I just didn't have that so I was in the clubs that I did here in the city, especially the Cellar, every night. And then I'm following Dave Attell every night. He's home in town, which is 7 nights a week if he's not on the road.
Right.
And I was like, and especially with Attell, I'm like, writing I always thought was like, writing jokes was like my weakness, technically. As far as like sitting and like the act.
Oh, you're like Patrice.
When you're young, you're supposed
I've
to
never
cry.
seen you with a fucking notepad.
No.
I've never seen you with a pen.
Because when I'm done.
I've never seen you with like pull a note. I'm gonna try this tonight.
Because when I'm done, I'm gonna read it to you and it's gonna go. Oh, what's with airplane food? Like I don't know why I can't think like when I'm forcing myself to do it. I just like, what's my life? I guess Ubers or whatever. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like nothing, I don't know.
You have to go up and talk about
I
it.
gotta go up and just talk. Yeah.
You got to philosophize.
So I have to, sure.
I mean, no, it's
what
what Patrice used to say. I never saw him with a piece of paper. He
It's
never.
one of the ideas of the concept. I have the
You
concept.
go up with the
and,
concept, and then you philosophize.
make
You
it.
talk about it. And it goes out.
and also just the idea of talking things like
You can use the word philosophize.
philosophize.
You can do that.
I tell also, but like what they do is like talking to the crowd enough will get me into like, oh, that I have a story about that situation, and it makes me think of something new that I haven't told on stage before. Maybe it's what I hope for, but like just particularly the Cellar. And I said, watching that staff, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this turnover on the staff is now. I'm not here as much, but like there was a time where like the staff was a staff, man. You knew these people for a decade.
Yeah, they were surrogate family.
Almost, yeah. And like they were, and I watched these people who treated other comics like family also, that when those comics were on stage, the eye rolls at they're doing the same jokes.
Yeah.
This again, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I see that where I was like, and the flip side of that was you, Patrice, Geraldo, Keith, were guys who were like, when you went on, some, if not all of the staff, like tried to watch. They tried to like finish what they were doing so they could fucking, so they could watch you for a little bit or something. And you just see other comics would come down and see, oh, what's so-and-so working on? Just be interested in that. And I wanted that. Like I wanted that much more than I wanted them like rolling their eyes at me. So I was like, I also had at the time, I had long stories only. Because I was it's funny, my first album was called An American Storyteller. For being so crowd work like driven, like my first thing was all about, I still have long bits, but like it was long pieces. And
You had long stories, but I said that to you one time. It was almost like tedious because you're going on, but the payoff at the end, once you got to the joke, the punch, and the tags, it was so fast, such a big payoff. And then the tags, it was worth the wait for your stories. Patrice was the same way. Patrice, not to compare you to him, I mean, he was way funnier than you, but the thing is no, but you have that, you don't have a problem being quiet on stage. You don't have a problem getting to it's
that was
coming.
Patrice. That was actually a Patrice like thing.
I'm the opposite.
That's the thing Patrice said to me very quickly. What Patrice said was about that. It was about the silence. He goes, the silence is they're listening.
Silence is they're listening, but like I'm from Boston, and it was a step on their necks and don't get off it until you're done. And they go, I'm out, good night.
It's a style.
It's a style.
Buddy, I had such a great... I remember coming off stage and telling people I'm fully loaded this week. I was like, that hasn't happened to me in so many years. Years, I realized I haven't felt this feeling. I just had a thing. I did my the joke that I closed on most of this tour. It's kind of long, payoff to it, hopefully. But like I got to... And it was... The concept was basically like when the kids are gone for the night, so the parents are doing a certain sex thing, right?
Yeah.
Without giving too much away. And I did the bit and described the whole thing, and it gets its laugh. And earlier in the show, I was talking to, this is an amphitheater. I was talking to two 15-year-old boys, and it was two cousins and one of the cousins' mom.
Real quick, would you have sex with a 15-year-old boy?
No.
Yes or no?
No. Lie detector me.
That's inconclusive. Go ahead.
Human lie detector me.
Your nose starts bleeding? No.
No, why? Cut. But now you got to get me back where I was, Bobby. Pot.
You, 15-year-old boys in the front row, you're thinking about fucking.
Oh, yeah, when I got back, I was able to go. I was like, one of them was the cousin. You know what I mean? So I go, so the fact that you're here with your aunt, son, tells me for sure your parents, butt fuck city. Right? And I was like, I'm BigJayOakerson. I got off stage like, it did it. I did the big laugh at the end. Like, I'm so used to just going like, You guys have been great, man. This is fun. I love you. You love me. Let's see each other outside. Whatever. So it's like funny, like how having that was fun. No, Patricia gave me that about like the don't be afraid. And I said, if you're confident that you're like, you know, hopefully the funniest person in the room, especially in the audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that silence is just like, I don't mind that. I operate better when it's my game to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's like, I can go up there. But I also luck out, too. That's the thing that I always thought was so funny. And God knows, it looks like I try to, like, go against the grain of it. But natural things, like Kurt Metzger is, like, not borderline. I think he's a genius. You know what I mean? It's like joke writing.
Yeah. I mean, he's something to talk to.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But he's, like, chaos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's like such
Dude, he's a video game.
Yeah.
He's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
I mean, hanging out with Kurt, and I love him, is a ride. It's like we're going to amusement park today. All right, we're going to ride some roller coasters. Let's deal with this.
But we're such like a compliment to each other, you know, comedically too, particularly. You know what I mean? Like coming up with Kurt, like Kurt was such a joke writer out of the gates.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, I think it's funny. Like I think when you started too, like the ball, you know, it's like I almost think it's like Colin and you like friendship in the beginning because I'm doing the same like at these black clubs starting out probably the same amount of years that you were in when you were doing the stuff. Like I'm doing the version of like laying on the stool, like flying, and I'm fucking the stool.
I fucked the stool,
of course. And I'm doing so. I'm making fun of how someone dances. I'm doing jokes about this.
I was so sad when,
like, I was such a panderer, like silly, like to be. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll get them with like this kind of thing, and then and then the people I'm hanging out with are like, Kurt's writing like high level jokes like the first week, and I'm like, Kurt, I don't even see where in this joke you'd fuck a stool.
Dude, I remember one night I was at the Boston. And Patrice went up after Maceo. And Maceo did a thing where he pretended the stool was a beer.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, goddamn, Maceo just drank a beer out of the stool Bobby just fucked. And Jay Moore farted on because we all had stool bits.
There's a black comedy club thing, and off to the side of the stage or right in the back of the stage is a graveyard of bin fucked stools. If those stools could talk.
All right, we got one more game, dude. Are you ready?
Please.
We have another game, and this game is.
Are you parked up by work, or are you down here?
By work.
I'll drive you.
Okay, great. We have a lot of questions for you too. Let me tell you something about this. If you're not a member of the Patreon, go join right now. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. The most questions ever asked.
It's the last place you could say faggot.
Again, the most questions ever asked.
Take two.
For a guest. You.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's right, buddy. I mean, a lot of questions came in. This one is called, You Stole What, Dude?
You stole what, dude?
You stole what, dude?
Trademark, envelope, send it.
You stole what, dude? What is the worst thing you ever stole?
Worst thing? Like the shittiest? This was shitty.
The worst thing that you stole and you're like, fuck.
I've stolen a couple of things in my life, but not the shittiest one was just not thinking as a kid, but too old of it, like 17. Like a big package in front of someone's door.
You were
just great, yeah.
You were a porch pirate?
Just once. But
what was it?
It was
Was it worth it? Was it a ham?
This is funnier than I thought.
What was it?
The other one's too funnier, but this is pretty funny too.
Why? First of all, where was it, and how did you see it? Why did you want
in my
to
development? In my my parents lived in like a development, they call it down, like a what do you call it, like a housing
row houses. Projects.
Townhouse.
White projects.
No, because I'm saying not projects.
You were
like
living
a golf
in the ghetto.
course. No, it was a golf
You were
course.
poor.
Townhouse.
You were adopted by a black family.
It's called like Valley Brook or Players
okay,
Place, these things, right? So it was in our little development.
Where every house is a little different but the same.
Yes, definitely one of those. But it's
like Ben Salem, Pennsylvania.
But it's a moving on up.
Right. It's like you're connected to the next house, but they have a little bigger living room. Your kitchen is a
Got
little
a little
different.
outside space.
Little outside.
Little
Little slice of thing. I lived in one of those I lived in Ben Salem, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, that's
right outside of Philly, and it was a farm.
What you said about association? Association.
Yep.
There's a basketball court.
Sure.
Yeah. Pool.
Yeah.
It was but so yeah, in there it's just one of the neighbors up by one of my friends And we were like, let's take it. And we took it and brought it to my house. And it was a one of those. It was one of those machines. It was like an exercise machine. It was already kind of funny. But it was one of those ones where it's like just a little seat and then split and a bench. And it had 2 big bars. And it was like to do like just crunches.
It was for crunches?
But it was so big and blocky. That was in my closet in my mom's house. I mean, well until after I moved out.
You never
I
used
go back there. No, never once. We built it.
Well, you built it. Why didn't you just bring it back?
I don't know. The damage was done, but we knew it. By the way, it showed in the box what it was. It wasn't like a surprise. We go, oh, let's take this. We're gonna get abs. I just stole a guy's thing and never used it. But other things I remember stealing was I got caught when I was young. I used to learn how to go into this is so young too. But I go into the drugstore around the corner from my house, and they had porn magazines, but mixed in with like Mad Magazine and People Magazine. But there was porn. And I would take it and put him in the front of my pants and put the shirt over him and sit there. But it was like a mom and pop thing. And the guy just came over one time and did the old the humiliating. He goes, son, and I was like, I was gonna try to leave, and he goes, come back here right now. And he did the thing where he lifted the shirt and pulled the thing on, and porn mags fall out.
Yeah, back when America was America, when a guy goes, son, come here, and you would.
I did. Oh yeah, I did. And I went back and then I ran. And hid in a trash can out back someone's house because I was like, in my mind, I was
Oscar the Grouch?
Yeah. In my mind, I was like, he's called the cops, and this is I'm going to jail. I was just so young. I didn't know anything.
You're afraid of things.
Oh, yeah. And then there was something else I thought of that I stole that was like your heart.
You did. Dude, I stole the worst thing I ever stole. I felt so bad about it. I hung out and lived in an Italian neighborhood, and I used to steal every day because how I got my money is I would steal bikes or, power tools and, go into somebody's garage and whatever. I'd steal like a hose. And I had a chain of stores, a pharmacy, a bakery, a mail store. And I would just go in, hey, you want a hose? And they would be like, yeah, how much? $5. I just needed to get money to get booze, like $5, $10 to get alcohol or drugs that night to go party. And we'd all pool our money together at the park. But you needed something. And I stole a Mother Mary out of.
Oh, Jesus. For the garden?
I took the garden Mother Mary, like her. Yeah, her.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one where she was.
Oh.
And I.
Oh, she's giving to you.
Yeah.
She gives you the Lord Christ.
I remember I took it, and my grandmother was so Catholic, and she worked at the rectory. She was so religious. And I stole it, and I sold it to the fucking. I think he was a Jew who owned the pharmacy drugstore. And I walked in. I'm like, you want a Mother Mary? And I had to it was so heavy. I had to pick it up, and I almost killed myself carrying this fucking thing.
It's a stone.
But he was like, yeah, I'll take it. I sold it for $5. I just needed money.
What a junkie.
And I remember just feeling terrible about that poor Italian lady. Probably came out in her backyard where she did prayers. And her Mother Mary was gone.
Yeah, it would have been better if you stole if someone had one of the racist black jockey lawn jockeys and you stole that. You're like, yeah, I'm taking that because you don't need that, you piece of shit.
Danny, did you ever steal anything?
Yeah, when I was very young, I stole Metamucil because
you've been regular ever since.
Yeah, well.
Was it the powder or the crackers?
No, so my parents got me the Metamucil for kids once, which was orange flavored crackers. And I just saw the packaging. And then one day when I was 8, because I liked those crackers, they were graham crackers.
I have a feeling only Jewish people know about Metamucil for kids.
Yeah, well, I had Metamucil for kids. And then I liked the taste of it.
For kids.
I liked the taste of it. And then I saw the same packaging, the logo on the pills. So I stole the Metamucil pills. And then my parents caught me, and they made me go back to the Walgreens and admit to the cashier that I stole Metamucil.
Oh, my God. That's more embarrassing than anything.
Fucking Metamucil.
What are you taking? Take it, kid. You clearly need it.
Danny, I feel so bad for Danny.
I'm having too many. I'm having enough movements in one day.
He has so many things wrong with him. He sweats so much he has to wear double T-shirts with double sweat tampons in his armpits.
You're an armpit sweat guy?
Yeah, and I have these custom shirts that soak up the sweat.
That's crazy. You should
Botox. Yeah, I did it once. You had to do every few months, and it was kind of expensive.
How much?
It is a little expensive, but you could also. We got a guy.
We got a guy.
You have a guy.
He does one that lasts. It lasts almost a year though.
Really?
Is it expensive? How much?
1,200.
I'm in.
All right,
For a year? For a year?
We'll hook you up.
Yeah, he's.
Danny, I'll pay
it could last for about a year, but I'll tell you, it works because my armpit was really the only place I sweat like kind of bad at one point, and
My balls are
I've
pretty
been doing
bad
it. It's
too.
never been an issue.
My balls are pretty bad.
I wouldn't get Botox in your balls, or you know what? Who am I to say? Do it.
Do you have a lot of work done? Right? You had your nose done, your lips,
Oh yeah.
your teeth. No, you are very, dude. You are very, and you what's the fucking word?
Gay.
Fake.
Yeah, gay. No,
Yeah,
but you
my
get your eyebrows done, you get your
Sure.
beard done, you get your hair did, you're very particular with your look. Even though your look is fucking crazy and kind of rock and roll, you're very you are one of the cleanest dudes I know. You're always you never leave the house fucked up, and you get your whole look is done. Your fingernails.
Very insecure. So I've always been like, I think the first one with the clean,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, when you and I've met fat, smelly people before,
Yeah.
and I'm like, when you smell something shitty in the room,
It's
I have to confidently say, this is not me. I'm not this. I know everyone thinks it's me because I'm the fat person here, but I promise you, this smell isn't me.
Dude, I had the same thing when I was so fat. When I was
When you
something.
smell, when you smell a room, when you walk in a room and you smell the room shitty, you go, whatever's done this, someone's gonna go, this guy.
Dude, I have 700 colognes.
Oh.
I'm a fucking take a shower, spray me with cologne. I want to walk in the room when I was my fattest and have people, you smell good. At least I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you smell great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Because they're out. When that fat person walks in that hasn't showered, and we know some of them, it's difficult.
I
It smells like salami.
clean my asshole.
Yeah.
1/2 index finger deep.
Yeah, I know.
So I'd say you could eat a
Is that why
you could eat a Tootsie Roll Pop out of there.
Is that why you keep your nails so tight?
I'll tell you what. Now because I get the manicures now,
Yeah.
which I am enjoy. I don't enjoy getting it done, but I like the way they feel afterwards because I always bit my nails, so I never had nails.
Right.
Then I got the teeth. I can't bite the nails, so they grow. I cut them myself, and I'm not very good at it, like the cutting and buffing and making them. But now you got to let them grow out a little bit to get it done again, the manicure. So that last week on the road, on that tour,
Yeah.
in questionable bathrooms, trying to wipe quick so you're getting out of there, I really scratched the shit out of my
Oh,
asshole
you did?
with my cleaning process.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So now what I got to do is, let's see if I can describe this for you. Here's the asshole.
Your asshole.
My asshole. Where normally
Yeah.
my cleaning process would just be kind of like getting in
With
there.
a baby wipe on it. On the finger.
Let's say I'm in the shower now.
No baby wipe.
No, baby, this isn't
Clean,
the shower.
just raw finger.
Oh, soapy finger.
Soapy raw finger.
Soapy raw finger.
That's acceptable.
I'm in there now,
Yeah,
right? That's how I
right.
normally go. I just kind of like,
Yeah.
I get it in there
Yeah.
and,
Twist.
yeah, twist.
Does your asshole turn too?
I don't think so.
So your asshole stays. So it's not this. It's more this.
It's that. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, great. I just didn't know if there was a new technique that you invented where you're
But
kind of doing a shimmy shake.
now, well, this isn't a technique here.
Yeah.
When the nail starts getting sharp,
Ooh.
you don't want to attack like that.
No.
So what you have to do is you gotta let it get in there. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like you have to let your asshole accept it.
You have to present.
You have to you almost go above the asshole with your finger, and then you get it in there like that. And that way you don't scratch anything. And that is one to grow on.
Well, there you go, everybody. Listen, we're going to patreon.com. If you have questions, we're going to ask him over there. What the fuck was that?
But that's part of the show.
No, it's not. It's the end of the show. We have a guy on a scooter out front.
Screaming.
Listen, man, I can't tell you the last year of my life, you know, it's weird when stuff happens, and I remember you asked me to do it, and I was like, fucking absolutely. And of course I really wanted you and Dan to do it because the show is so great and the fan base is so great. Even the one that hates me, I totally get it because it was such a epic combination of dudes.
And what's
that-
it mean when someone hates and listens to every episode still?
It's all good,
Yeah.
man. It's all good because I know in the last year what we try to do when we go in there, all of us, is just have a good time for 2 hours
Be funny.
and either interesting conversation between us and make each other laugh and hopefully make these other people laugh. And it's been surreal to me, very surreal to be going into, because I've gone to Sirius for so many years on the other shows, and now to walk in and be on this show. And there was a certain point when my shoulders, you said it would drop. Yeah. And they finally dropped where it's like, all right, man, we're doing this.
No, you walk in and it's something like I try to take for granted too. I said, whether he's there or not, whatever it is, like it's the thing Howard built. And every day you walk through that door, you go, we're doing our show 100 feet away from
where it,
It's like it's all there. So it's like we're on the same company doing the same job.
Thing next to Ron Bennington, one of the greatest
Bennington,
everything.
Jimmy and Sam.
So, I mean, okay.
We're on air.
No, I'm kidding. But we're going to go right now to patreon.com. Jay, what do we got for Jay? Where's he going to be? Here we go. Read it out, Danny.
Oh, then I got to bring it back.
He's going to be July 12th, Richmond, Virginia at the Funny Bone. The 13th, that's a Friday and Saturday night. That's where going from not headlining to only doing Friday and Saturdays, that's pretty fucking awesome. Richmond, Virginia, July 27th, Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the Borgata. That is a big show. It's a theater, and it's one night only. I can't read it because the wire's there, stupid.
27th.
Bring it down.
July
Bring it
27th.
down, not up. Oh, Danny, you suck. Is that Joe?
No, it's me.
Oh, all right. Sorry. July 27th at the Borgata Casino. August 1st, Helium Comedy Club. And the 2nd in Portland, Oregon. And just go to BigJayComedy.com. And number one, make sure you check him out on SiriusXM, Faction Talk 103, The Bonfire, Big Jay Oakerson and Robert Kelly. One of the funnest shows I do and one I look forward to every single day we do it.
Fuck yeah.
And I love you so much, man.
I love you too, dude.
And I'm so glad that we've actually become so close. You know, we started out kind of in the same thing, and
it is awesome. It's just the idea that like it's very organic too. It's like, oh, this concert's coming around. Got to see if Bobby wants to go to this concert. Yeah.
You've added another element into my life that I didn't know I was going to have at this stage, and I'm having a blast with it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
Robert Kelly, I'm going to be at the Gramercy Theater with the Regs coming up on July 10th. July 20th, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. July 26th, South Burlington, Vermont. I'm going to be at the Showcase Lounge, Las Vegas for Skankfest. I don't do a lot of shows in the summer. I shut it down, but you can always check me out Tuesday nights at the Pussycat Lounge at 7 o'clock. I'm usually there on Tuesday night, so coming down at ComedyCellar.com.
It's not the 30th of July.
Not the 30th of July, because we're going to see the great Corey Feldman on the fucking Losers Tour.
Loserville. Limp
Bizkit. And check me out, of course, on the Bonfire. Go sign up for that. Check out the podcast. Right now, we're going to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and asking all your questions. So go over there. If you're watching on YouTube and you're tapping out, hit that subscribe button. Jay, I love you, buddy, and thanks for being on the podcast.
Love you too, man.
You guys are the best fans in the world. Guys, what do you got?
Follow me on Instagram at Danny Braff and come see me at the Dojo of Comedy.
Faster, Danny.
Okay, you got it.
Hey, this is Joe Russell. Me and my wife got a show about cheese on YouTube. Why don't you type in the cheese show, follow it, and, smash that subscribe button.
What? I love that we all panic. We don't know how to promote shit. And we're not influencers at all. You guys are the best fans in the world. We'll see you next week on You Know What, Dude?